The National Day of Prayer for Ukraine is an interdenominational project uniting Christians of these various denominations in prayer for Ukraine. Since the beginning of Russian invasion in Ukraine in 2014, Christians have reinforced their prayers for establishing of peace in our land. We stood united, desiring peace and freedom for the occupied territories. In 2015, church leaders supported the idea of putting together an inter-church prayer for Ukraine. Sponsoring the event, as well as being its only foreign participant, was Ukraine's old friend David Hathaway. Spiritual guidance of the project is done by the Spiritual Council of the Elders, which includes senior leaders of every denomination participating in this prayer event. Preparation of these prayer gatherings as well as holding them is entrusted to a number of special committees responsible for music, ushers, and so forth. On June 18, 2016, almost 6,000 believers got together at the Kiev Palace of Sports to pray as one. That year, over 10 church unions took part in the event, and several others expressed their desire to join this group in the coming years. On May 27, 2017, even a larger number of believers gathered at the same venue again. Senior ministers would direct prayer for various aspects from the stage, while an interdenominational choir and orchestra led worship. Yet again, even more people gathered at the Palace of Sports on June 2, 2018. That year, one of the main members of Spiritual Council, Ukrainian Bible Society, launched another unifying project, more specifically creating a handwritten Bible. Anyone desiring was able to write a Bible verse by hand, upon which the project spread across Ukraine. Another distinct part of the year's event was participation of a large children's choir. The fourth National Day of Prayer took place on June 8, 2019. This time, the group of participants had grown to include army chaplains, along with representatives from traditional churches. Those praying at the venue were joined by the viewers of 4 Christian channels. Others were able to participate via social networks, watching a broadcast even with English translation for international viewers all over the world. A large team of professionals worked for this to happen, while officially invited reporters were able to give account of this Christian event on Ukrainian TV channels. Global pandemic forced changes all over the world, so the following day of prayer on June 6, 2020 had to be held in an unusual way. There was no one else present in the hall except for the senior ministers leading the viewers in prayer online, via TV cameras. In fact, several ministers were not able to attend and thus had to join in online from their local churches. Prayer topics, however, remained unchanged: peace in Ukraine, prosperity, and blessing for all Ukrainians. In spite of all the limitations, another day of prayer for Ukraine was held at the Kiev Palace of Sports on June 12, 2021. The hall was filled with people to its full capacity. That year, the group included not only the army chaplains but also the doctors who had fought valiantly for the health of Ukrainians during the pandemic. The Prime Minister of Ukraine also sent his greetings. And at last, the result of 3 years of work by the Bible Society of Ukraine was presented from the stage: the handwritten Bible. As of 2022, the National Day of Prayer for Ukraine transformed into a series of prayer meetings across all of Ukraine. Wherever possible, churches came together to raise their voices in unified prayer for victory over the evident enemy. This example of unity in prayer inspired many others, and prayer meetings took place in a number of cities across Ukraine over the span of 2022. Regardless of the challenges and threats in 2023, another Prayer for Ukraine event took place. This time at a special venue, the town of Bucha, the one that became a reflection of what the people of Ukraine had suffered. It appeared that the hall of 2,500 seats was not large enough to fill all those wishing to participate in prayer. So people joined from other halls and rooms nearby, with thousands more participating all over the world online. We continue to pray humbly while waiting for the answer from God, and we invite all those who care for the future of Ukraine to unite with believers all over the country and join in prayer for peace in our land. Let us continue to pray for Ukraine together in 2024 as we believe that God will stand with Ukraine and give us victory.